Lesley Ann Warren, it has been, I've been wanting to talk to you for years, so I'm thrilled that I finally get to talk to you about Love, Danielle. Congratulations on such a wonderful film.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice to
You know,
meet you.
the pleasure is mine. I love your character in that she's kind of, Candie is very waspish in that she doesn't necessarily want to acknowledge what her daughters are going through health-wise, but yet somehow also self-centered in how are you taking away my attention and when this is my moment. So it's this very interesting balance of we really want to hate Candie, but we also want to feel for her as well.
Good. I wouldn't want everybody to hate her. But I think that, I actually think she does care about her daughters, and does want to know what's going on and why Danielle is behaving the way she is at the dinner party. And I think she's shocked when she finds out what's going on. She's a complicated character. She is overly protective of Amy and not giving Danielle her due as a mom, because Danielle has always been kind of independent and able to take care of herself. So I think her priorities are skewed, but I think she's definitely, her heart is in the right place, but she's struggling with her own past issues, which comes out in that scene after the AA meeting. And I think it's, the complexity of the character is one of the things that drew me to her.
Yeah, I'm trying to do my best not to give spoilers away, but
I know.
the enjoyable part of the film is that it still remains very hopeful in these heavy and emotionally draining moments through someone's life. And it
Mhm.
never veers off into despair or nihilism. And I think that was extremely important for a film like this.
Yes, I mean, it's such a horrendously difficult choice for somebody to have to make. And it affects not only the person making it, but the family surrounding the person. Suffers in, maybe different ways, but suffers nonetheless. And um, so I know that for Devin, one of the important thoughts that she had about making this movie was to not let it devolve into despair. There are moments, but then you get to see this. Well, without giving anything away, I don't want to give it away either, but it is a journey, and it's a journey that ends up with hope and triumph.
You, Devin made sure, and so did Jamie, to let me know that Candie is not a representation of her mother. It is a based on a true story, not a biopic. So we have to remind everybody that Devin's mother is not like Candie. They did mention a moment at the dinner table scene where everything did get extremely intense and
Mhm.
that you became emotional. Can you take us through that moment? Because they were ad-libbing certain things that they said that just kind of made everything heavier than normal.
Yeah, I mean, one of the gifts that I get to bring to acting is that I'm very immediate. So how whatever is happening absolutely affects me. And when I'm in charge of myself, I don't necessarily show all of that, but as an actress, it's important for me to be responding to what I'm being given. So at that dinner table, there was a lot of, you know, cruelty being displayed by Amy towards me and towards my character, Candie, and Danielle. And the only one that was sort of sticking up for me was my ex-husband, Barry Bostwick, So it in the character, it affected me. And that's what they probably were talking about.
And you and Barry have kind of a shorthand because you've worked together before,
Yeah.
and his character is almost this absent-minded, father, kind of self-centered, and you want to be mad at him, but you can't, and you get kind of want to be upset at yourself for getting mad at him, even though you had a right to. It's this dynamic of family that is just so genuine. And having worked together with him before, coming onto set for something like this,
Well, I
how does that
actually asked
shorthand
him to do
necessarily
this.
work? Because,
Sorry, it
oh,
cut
please
out
go
for a
ahead.
minute. I I I actually asked him to do this movie, and they were thrilled that he wanted to do it, and I was thrilled. And we do have a shorthand, and we absolutely adore each other as people. So it was really easy for us to bring that history of our own, relationship and working together, and the mutual respect we have, um, to the set and to our scenes, which gave it another color, because it's not just that this marriage didn't work out. There's still this love, there's still this attachment, there's still a mutual desire to try to make things work, but not in our relationship, but with our daughters, so it brought a lot of history to it, which is always great.
And that's something exciting to see because you don't often see, people. I've known quite a few growing up. I knew quite a few people whose parents weaponized them against their ex-spouse. And in this regard, I was happy to see that they have this teamwork aspect to still co-parent, even though their children are adults now. But now they have to unite in this, difficult moment
Right.
with the BRCA. So it's exciting to see that family is still family, even if you're not under one roof anymore.
Yeah, yeah. And I loved that aspect of our on-screen relationship, that they still have feelings for each other that are very real, and yet they know they can't in any world be together, but they want to be there for their daughters.
Lesley, the film comes out on October 3rd, right in time for Cancer Awareness Month. If there's one moment or one aspect of the film that you would like the audience leaving the theater with, or watching it at home with their loved ones, what would that be?
I would hope that the BRCA conversation can come out of the closet, because I think a lot of people feel terrified about it. And this movie is a template for how to deal with it, really, and the choices that you get to make, and you get to make it, regardless of what anybody else thinks you should do. And that you can see that it can work out, So I think it's a very transformative journey that people can take by seeing this.
Lesley Ann Warren, I really want to thank you for your time today and talking to me about Love, Danielle, which is out on October 3rd. It has been a great pleasure. Next time, if I ever get a chance to talk to you again, I'll ask you a couple of life stinks questions because Mel Brooks, I mean, come on.
Come
And
on.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.